Welcome to Destination Me for your ultimate adventure travel destinations. Today, in this video, we will share with you the 6 best walk and trek in Borneo. Borneo, the largest island in Asia, is home to some of the oldest rainforests on the planet. The best walks and treks here will take you to a breathtaking canopy filled with life. So, let's jump right in. Number 6. Danum Valley Rainforest Walk and Trek. The Danum Valley is a pristine primary rainforest area located west of the Tabin Wildlife Reserve. Climbing over bumpy logging trails and handmade bridges from Lahad Datu will make you feel like you're entering the heart of the wilderness. The walks all begin at the lodge, and you can be as tricky or as relaxing as you like. The undulating topography allows for some of the best routes, with viewpoints high enough to see right through the forest canopy below. The unique experience of jungle trekking in Danum Valley is something you can only find in a tropical climate, where the variety of Borneo's wildlife can be seen up close. With many endangered species, the lowlands have one of the most complex ecologies on Earth. You will undoubtedly see various birds, insects, large lizards, and monkeys. If you're lucky, you'll see wild elephants, orangutans, gibbons, mouse deer, clouded leopards, or East Sumatran rhinos. Number 5. Visit Tabin Wildlife Reserve for day walks. Sabah is Borneo's northernmost state, sticking out toward the Philippines. Tabin Fauna Reserve, located in the east of Sabah, is one of Borneo's largest protected forests and specialized breeding habitats for endangered wildlife. It is best reached after a 2-hour journey from Lahad Datu. Your driver will take you through carefully planned palm oil plantations until the jungle takes over. Tabin Wildlife Reserve's wide network of trails, punctuated by the odd lookout tower, provides a plethora of alternative walking routes. Spend a few hours hiking to a nearby waterfall, or do a full-day hike and have lunch in the midst of a rustling jungle. Number 4. Tanjung Datu National Park. Sarawak is a state in northwest Borneo that stretches from the Indonesian border to the tiny nation of Brunei. Tanjung Datu National Park, located right on its tip, curving out in the South China Sea, combines classic Borneo jungle trails with isolated sandy beaches and traditional villages. Stay in the small village of Kampong. A homestay program is run by the Malay families in this area, and they alternate hosting visitors in one of the traditional wooden homes that are dotted around the main sandy cove. The family enjoys a few local drinks together as they eat home-cooked meals. Families should especially enjoy the walks in Tanjung Datu National Park. Hills that are gently rolling are traversed by trails, which offer plenty of opportunities to spot curious-looking plants and animals. In order to encourage swallows to nest along the path leading into the rainforest, the locals built towers pitted with indentations. This allowed the villagers to harvest the swallow's nest for a local delicacy known as bird's nest soup. Tanjung Datu is one of Borneo's smallest national parks, but its rainforest-lined beaches are home to some sights that make it stand out, like the adorable mouse deer and the aptly named strangler fig plant. Morning glory plants with purple flowers frequently line the beaches. Number 3. Climb Mount Kinabalu. If you're looking for a more difficult trek, we would advise the lengthy but not technically challenging ascent to Mount Kinabalu, the highest peak in Borneo. It can be reached most easily by taking a quick flight to Kota Kinabalu, the town in the northwest of Sabah, which has excellent domestic flight connections across Borneo. The ascent and descent of Mount Kinabalu takes 2 nights and 2 full days of walking. You begin the day in grassland and gradually ascend to the rocky outcrops above. After spending the night in a simple but comfortable mountain lodge, you will make your way to the summit, where you will be rewarded with panoramic views all the way to the coast. You'll need a good level of fitness to complete the entire route, which takes an average of 8 hours, but you can choose to do just part of it. After completing the trek, we recommend taking a short boat ride from Kota Kinabalu to Gaya Island. which is part of the Tunku Abdul Rahman Marine Park. Recover from your efforts by trekking on unspoiled beaches or snorkeling through coral reefs teeming with fish. Number 2. Mulu National Park. Mulu is a small national park located just south of the tiny country of Brunei. It's an area that can only be explored by boat or foot and is easily accessible by direct flights from Kota Kinabalu and Kuching. The forest isn't as lush as other parts of the island, but visiting the ancient caves and tribal communities makes up for it. For experienced trekkers, there are 2 main treks on offer here, which can be combined for a thorough exploration of the area. The Headhunters Trail is a 2-night journey that follows the ancient paths used by Kayan tribal war parties to raid local villages. The trek begins in Mulu National Park and winds through the jungle to Camp 5, which overlooks the Melinau River and allows you to relax while watching the local Iban people paddle by in traditional dugout canoes. The following day takes you deeper into the Iban jungle, where you will spend the night in one of their traditional longhouses, before taking a longboat out of the jungle to your next destination. Despite being shorter in distance, the Pinnacles trek is more difficult and lasts for 2 nights. The same journey to Camp 5 starts on the first day. The second day involves a strenuous ascent to Mount Api summit, which is followed by a difficult ascent over boulders. A view of the Pinnacles, a sea of limestone spikes protruding out of the jungle below, greets you as you reach the summit. Number 1. Try Maliau Basin Trek. The Maliau Basin offers more experienced hikers a chance to discover some of Borneo's most remote jungle. Its base camp, also known as Agathis, is only 30 minutes from the Indonesian border and is reached after a quick flight to Tawau and Sabah and a 5-hour drive into the basin. This remote region, also known as the Lost World, has one of the world's most diverse and unspoiled ecosystems. To see the best of it on foot, take a 4-day loop hike that ends back at Agathis Camp. The winding, narrow path passes through a thick jungle where rare plant species grow. As they capture and consume unaware insects, pitcher plants are fascinating to observe, if a little macabre. Although the area has been home to clouded leopards, orangutans, and Sumatran rhinos, it can be difficult to spot wildlife due to the area's immense size. You can usually see the shadows of the birds and monkeys dancing around in the far-off canopy, so keep your eyes up there. Over 15,000 different species of plants and animals, including the renowned orangutan, live in Borneo rainforests, which are renowned for their unique and diversified flora and wildlife. You'll see wild orchids, carnivorous pitcher plants, and perhaps even the largest flower in the world, the Rafflesia blossoms, in addition to a lengthy list of other fascinating rainforest creatures. So, what do you think? What do you think about these walks and treks in Borneo? Which one do you want to experience during your next trip, and why? Let us know in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe, and we'll see you next time on the channel.